Today we've got a different kind of episode for you. I'm going to take you behind the scenes to show you what's involved in making Facing Life Head On, as well as our radio broadcast. I'll show you what we and others are doing through media to create a culture of life in a world that seems dominated by the other side. Stay with us. Along with Facing Life Head On, I host a 1-minute daily radio commentary called Life Issues. But I wasn't the original voice listeners heard. Along the way, the program's adapted to changing times and technology. I caught up with Rich Bott, president of Bott Radio Network, on the exhibit floor of the NRB Convention. The Bott Network consists of 82 stations spanning 15 Midwest states. Rich also serves on the executive committee for NRB. He's been instrumental in helping Life Issues share the pro-life message and impacting listeners.
I was here at the NRB Convention, National Religious Broadcasters, on this exhibit floor. My dad ran into Dr. Wilkie, and he told him how much the film that Dr. Wilkie had been involved in producing, was it called Assignment Life? How it really helped to crystallize the pro-life message in my dad's life. And he said, we need to get this message on the radio. And he talked to Dr. Wilkie about doing these little vignettes called Pro-Life Perspective. And we aired those on our network, and other Christian stations across the country picked those up. And Dr. Wilkie had a nationwide radio audience almost overnight.
I see the efforts of the life movement successful to this extent. If you look at the polls and the shifting that we've seen, those poll numbers are moving in our direction. I think we've successfully used media to get our message out.
It's not the message that they're hearing from normal outlets, from the mainstream media, and it's a message that they, as you and we all, realize the importance of conveying.
By telling the stories of real people, telling the stories of, and ultimately every testimony is a testimony not to what the person did, it's a testimony of God's faithfulness to them in a time of great need, at a time of extremity. So I think that's the focus, and you do that excellently in all your communication devices, of telling the stories of God working in the lives of men and women, and ultimately in the lives of families that make a difference. And of telling the stories of opportunities lost. I mean, the tragedy of abortion in the kind of macro sense of it is what scientists who might have brought some great healing to our medical system did not get that training because that life was lost. What individual whose life could have been used to change the world didn't come into our midst because of abortion. They're just, the stories are heartbreaking, the stories are greatly encouraging, and ultimately the story that we tell is the story of hope, that the gospel of Christ covers it all, that the blood of Christ can cover all that, and that is our hope.